Thank you so much. Thanks. Is it working? It is. It is. They were trying to decide whether to give me a clip-on or a handheld, and I figured a handheld would be better. I can always throw it if I get frustrated or something. So, although I don't plan on that, as Debbie mentioned, my name is Priscilla Farrell. I'm from the grand state of Maine and have never been to Texas. Oh, is there some Maine people? I saw our hands kind of. And I know Maine has a saying that we use pretty regularly, saying we're wicked excited. And I think today that certainly, in fact, talks about my emotions. I am really humbled that Healthways would again ask me to speak. And I see myself kind of as the one. Healthways has a mission that says they are trying to make the world healthier, one person at a time. We just saw that up on the board there. And I figure I'm that one person, so I'm a little different than the other presenters that you're hearing, which are basically talking about processes and projects and studies, etc. I'm like the product of a process already, okay? Yeah. And I can't tell you how much respect and how much affection I have for Healthways totally as a company, because they have changed my life around. In 2008, I was living in Maine by the beautiful sea and quite happy. I have a wonderful family, a great group of friends. I worked in healthcare my whole life until in the quality management and infection control area, loved what I did. But unfortunately, I had to stop because I came down with a pulmonary disease, and all the physicians I saw were telling me I had to not move around as much. And at that time, I was on oxygen 24 hours a day. Any senior disease you can think of, you can check off. I was on steroids because of another disease called Crohn's, and so therefore I was gaining weight regularly, and I wasn't doing anything about stopping it because I figured that was my fate. And I also believed, a doctor, a pulmonologist, a renowned pulmonologist in Dartmouth, Hitchcock Medical Center, had told me that in 2004, that I had 4 or 5 years. The prognosis was 4 or 5 years. So I accepted it. I was really good at accepting everything everybody told me and going along with, hey, I'm on my way out, but that's okay. When I was 65, 66 at that point, and I was happy and certainly not healthy. And I had everything, but there was one thing missing, and that was hope and a passion for living. But I thought, well, I did a lot. It's okay. I can live on my memories, And my granddaughter, Emma, most beautiful little girl in the world, of course, came to visit from Massachusetts and told me she'd had a dream. And she said, Meme, I had a dream. You and I walked on the beach. And she knew the ocean and the beach was always a huge part of my life. Well, at that point, was not something I did regularly. And when I did do it, it was a slow walk down. But I was really touched by her dream. And so I, in fact, after they left, the Monday morning, I remember it so clearly, I was sitting and praying. I did pray a lot and found a lot of peace with my connection with God. And I was just kind of thinking about Emma's statement and talking to God about it and saying, well, look, am I going in the direction you want me to go in? I mean, if there's anything else you want me to do, just tell me, for goodness sakes, I was getting a little angry with him. And so the phone rang. And I thought, well, I better go answer that. And so I answered the phone, and it was my insurance agent. And she was informing me that the Medicare Advantage plan that I had signed up with had a program called SilverSneakers that, in fact, was being offered free of charge. Free is always good for seniors, by the way. Free of charge. Always will take advantage of that. at my local Saco Sports and Fitness Center, which I knew was there, but had never ever thought of going. So they were starting the class this week, this coming week, and did I want to go? And I thought, well, if he had this call coming, I better not argue, right? And so I did say, okay, I will be there, Sally. And she said, okay. And I then said to God, do you know what you're doing? I mean, here I am sitting on the sofa. At that point, I was like 100 pounds heavier. My glycohemoglobin, which is the diabetes, was totally out of control. I had fibromyalgia, I had rheumatism, I had aches and pains, you name it. It was like, you want me to exercise? Okay, since my granddaughter had given me kind of the aha moment, and since I started to think, well, I better go ahead and do what, I'll show you, God, you're wrong. You're really wrong. I'll go. So I grabbed my little R2-D2, which is what I called my oxygen, my little friend, and I wound up going down to the Saco Sports and Fitness Center, which is one of the best places in the world and one of my most favorite now, and walked down and had to use the elevator. I mean, I couldn't go up the stairs. I couldn't breathe by the time I got up. And I went into the class. There were a few people, and we all looked like we should be somewhere else, quite honestly, you know. And our instructor, Heather, I can tell you that when Healthways does something, as you can see from this room, they do it in a creative, thoughtful, unbelievably awesome way. They're prepared. They had trained that instructor so well that she was able to encourage each one of us to do what we could do individually. Didn't matter what the other person was doing. It was an individual journey that we were starting. So I sat on a chair. I did not stand with my oxygen. And I did move my legs a little, and my arms a little and everything. And as time went on, what happened was I started to also get some nutrition training at the fitness center, and I had a lot of other areas, and I was really starting to think maybe the doctors were wrong. Maybe I wasn't going to die that year, you know? I was feeling better. 6 months down the road, they had a raffle or at one of the SilverSneakers get-togethers, and I happened to win a trainer. It was like, a trainer? You want me to train too, along with going to the class? And so I said, okay, and I was still using my oxygen. So I started with the trainer, and I'll just say that between the SilverSneakers class and the trainer with the individual goals and the individual encouragement, my life has been saved and turned around. And obviously, the SilverSneakers program is what I say thank you to. As time went on, there were a couple of stories that I can, in fact, go ahead and share with you. Yeah, this picture was taken last year. I'm even cuter this year, right? I mean, so, and so, yeah, because this is an ongoing journey, and some of the speakers have mentioned that it's, you know, it's kind of a long term. My whole life did not take part in exercise, so I mean, this was a change in my mental state. Also, a change in my physical state, a big, huge change. And little did I realize that when you do start moving and you start putting the right things in your mouth, and along with that, I already was blessed with a lot of faith and a lot of friends and people that I loved. So it was easy for the love to flow. It was such a tremendous time in my life to realize, okay, here I go. Then Doug McFarland, who is one of the executives for Healthways in Maine, we have a mutual admiration society going here. Doug is fantastic and would get involved, of course, in marketing and encouraging people to take part in the program, because there are a lot of people that had it, didn't even know they had it, and that's difficult to kind of to reach out. And I was so pleased with what SilverSneakers had done for me. along with Doug, I took part in lobbying at Senator Snow's office and Senator Collins' office and keeping the SilverSneakers program, the proactive approach. I mean, I've been in healthcare my whole life, and I know that what I worked in wasn't healthcare, it was disease care, okay? And now what we need is healthcare, and this is an example of the direction that we should be going in. I so am positive of this. I mean, I remember looking at all the admissions we had in hospitals I worked at, and they were most of them due to preventable either drug and alcohol abuse, smoking, and or obesity. I mean, everything. Now, none of the disease, every single disease that I had been diagnosed with is totally managed. My glycohemoglobin is like 6 point something. It used to be 9 or 10. And then along with that, my Crohn's is totally controlled. I eat better, you know, it's a surprise. You eat better, it's kind of, you feel better. What you put in your mouth actually makes a difference. And so I just was really pleased and so glad that I could work with Doug, because now I want to give back. You want to give back. When something miraculous happens in your life, you want to give back and have other people have it as part of their life. And so Doug said, well, could I nominate you for the Richard Swanson Award? And because I knew there were hundreds, maybe thousands of people that were just equally as deserving as I was. But I did, in fact, want to say, I said yes, because anything I can do to help promote good health, well-being, and motivation, you know, I obviously will do whatever I can. So I won and was nominated, and yeah, it was, last year I was flown to Phoenix, my husband and I were flown to Phoenix, and I received the award, the Richard L. Swanson Award, and Carol Swanson, his daughter, was a really very touching moment because his daughter, who was the one that started the SilverSneakers program, was present, and of course all of the great Healthways employees. And so I just loved being able to, and humbled to get that award. Now I left Phoenix thinking, boy, life is great, you know, life is good, and thinking pretty much I'd gotten to the point where I'd just keep going and I'd be all set. And again, I was kind of saying a prayer, and I do that a lot because it does help me kind of go on and on. And so I wound up getting another phone call from a man called Mike Allen, who works for a company out of Portland, Maine, and it's an independent producer broker office. And when he had seen some of the publicity because of the Richard Swanson Award, I had some publicity regarding the award, and my program, Live on 5, a local TV station, did a story about my granddaughter. My granddaughter was there, and I, with a picture of us walking on the beach. And it was just fantastic. Well, the publicity wound up, I thought I would have 15 minutes of fame. Well, here I am again, you know. And so I just went to see him in Portland, and they, in fact, had fantastic vision. By the way, hello to all of you out there that are watching on the web, because I know you're out there, okay? And I appreciate your watching. And I, in fact, liked what he was saying regarding being independent. And he said, you're a perfect age, and also with your experience with the SilverSneakers Award, wouldn't you love to be able to sell and enroll people in Medicare Advantage programs and other venues? And I thought, well, yeah, I guess. I mean, here I was, just turned 70. Was I going to start working again? I was. Okay, I did. And I took all the exams, the state exam, and all the exams with the individual companies that you have to, Medicare, HCFA, you know, you name it, all those acronyms I wound up studying and learning and being able then to turn around and help people that are seniors that are Medicare, and there are a lot of them out there that do not realize that what they're doing, what's happened to them. their disease processes, their lifestyle is because of their choices and their decisions. And I can say that. I can say to somebody whose home I go to that is using a scooter and is about 100 pounds overweight and has a diabetes that's out of control, I can say, you know why you're so sick? It's you. It's you that is not doing what you should be doing. And I think in our country, we haven't taken onus for what we, in fact, should do. I'm looking at the clock here, and I can see 16, 17, it's blinking. So I think I have to wind down so that everybody can have a break. But I want to tell you, I thank Healthways more than you can imagine for saving my life and for putting me in a direction now where I can help people hopefully know that what they in fact want to change is possible. And in fact, life is so wonderful when you do wind up doing the right thing. So thank you very much.
Is my mic turned on? Okay, so bear with us for another minute. So a couple things. So as I was walking up on the stage earlier, I had 4 of my colleagues in gray shirts whispering in my ear that we were behind schedule, so I forgot to tell you what the Swanson Award is. So sorry about that. So what Priscilla won last year, and she's right, we have, I think the last time I looked for 2011, we had close to 1,000 nominations that we are in the process of reviewing. And the criteria for that award, it was originated to honor a member whose healthy behavior has made a difference in his or her own life or has inspired others. And there are several different criteria that we use. And so you can see from Priscilla's story that she was more than worthy of that award. So the SilverSneakers program is based upon fitness, friends, and fun. And so it's more than just working out. So what we're going to do this morning is actually, and I don't, okay, they're over to the side here. So we are going to ask you as part of your break to join us in fitness, fun, and friends and get moving a little bit. We're going to demonstrate a mini version of what the award-winning SilverSneakers, one of the SilverSneakers classes is all about, and to entice you to participate in the program, which I'm going to, which is why I don't have my high heels on. If you participate, then as you are walking out of the room, get a chip. Make sure you write your name on the chip, and there will be, I think there's a vase out there or vases to put that chip in. And again, there are prizes involved in this, so we are rewarding you for good behavior. So I'm going to go ahead and come on up, guys. So they all practiced, I just want you to know, and I did not practice, but I also was the slowest runner this morning. So for those of you that wanted to run, in fact, my friend right up here was talking about this, that she wanted to run, but she thought that they would be too fast. And so I'm here to tell you that it is okay to run. My average pace was 10:35 or something around that this morning because I wear a little Nike app. They were all running like 9:30, something like that. And so I turned around about 3/4 of the way in and started heading back, and so I was, waving at them, but then they still beat me back to the hotel. But that's okay. So you can come and join me tomorrow morning and be a slow runner. So I'm going to turn it over to our instructor. So why don't you stand up and join us?
Welcome, everybody. I'm Melinda Tuttle. I'm a SilverSneaker instructor here in the Dallas area, and I'm also an instructor coordinator, so I get to work with these lovely ladies close to in our DFW area. Are y'all ready to get moving? Yes? All right. All right. You're welcome to stay standing, or if you want, you can always come back seated, but I think we want to stand. Isn't that right? Yes. Just make sure that your chair is close to your back of your legs, though. DJ, please. I want to show you some sections of our class. We're going to do a little warm-up, a little strength conditioning, and a little fun. When you're ready, just march, right? Nice pump through the arms. How we feeling? Woo! Big deep breath in. Inhale and exhale. Nice. One more time. Breathe in and exhale. Now you're going to give me your right arm. Lift. 4, 3. How many?
4.
Ah, you got it. Left arm. Take it 4, 3. How many? It's good for your lungs.
1.
Both arms. 4.
3.
Say what? Yeah. 2. Sing it. Cross your shoulders. Cross your arms. Touch your shoulders. You got it. Do y'all know this song? How we doing? 4, 3. Nice. 2. We're going to kind of cut that down. Give me your right arm for 2. Left arm. What's next? Both. You got it. Up. Cross your arms, touch your shoulders. We're going to cut that in half. Are you ready? Right arm, one time. Left. Both. Cross, touch your shoulders. Nice. One more time. Give me right. What's next? And cross. Nice. We're going to press our heels forward. Push. Push. Cross the arms in front. Y'all getting warmed up? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Knee lift. I love it. Nice swing through the arms. 4, 3, and kick. Little coordination. Woo, gotta watch that stage. How we doing? Ah, one more time. Heels. Knee left. How we doing, Phyllis? Awesome. And kick. Woo! Y'all ready to sit down? Oh, find your chair. Have a seat. Stand up. Ah. Have a seat. And down. And up. Getting in and out of that chair. Nice. And down. And up. And down. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to screw in the light bulb this time as you come up. And screw in the light bulb. A little balance if you want it. Come up on the ball at feet. If you're short like me, you have to do that. Just screw in that light bulb. Nice. We got 4. How many? 3. 2 more.
2.
Breathe. 1 more. And just march. Give me a stampede. Pick it up. Ah. Take that wide. Bring it in. Wide. Woo. In. How we doing? Woo. And march. Nice. Ah. Bring your palms up. Say yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a curl, bicep curl. Up. 2 and down. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Y'all feeling good? Ah. 1 more. Pick that up. Single counts a little faster. 8. Tell me. How many?
6.
5. 4. 3. 2. And we're going to push the arms forward. Push. We're going to reach for the top shelf. Reach. Nice. Push forward. That's where I have to keep the cookies. Otherwise, I'll never get any. Top shelf. I have 4 boys. Cross in front of the chest right here. Sit up nice and tall. Check that posture. Abdominals in. Chest lifted. Yes. Reach out to the side. Press. How we doing, ladies? Woo! Reach forward. 2. Top shelf. Ah, nice. Cross in front of the chest. Reach out to the side. Beautiful. You guys look great. Oh, one more time. Forward. Top shelf. Ah, survive. Cross in front of the chest. Are we sitting up tall? Push forward. Ah.
Sorry.
We're going to stand up and serve the plate. And down. Please hit continue. Woo, that's good. And down. Check that chair. Serve the plate. and down. Exhale. We're going to keep going till the music comes back on. Ah, good. Woo! One more. And march. How we feeling? Ah, shoulders down. Just walking. Lift the arms out to the side. Yeah. All right. We're going to take this a little bit slower. Come out. Open your box. Should feel that in the rotator cuff. Now try and touch your elbows together. Little flexibility. Beautiful. 2 more. Keep marching. Close that box. And come in. One more time. Lift out. Open. Elbows touch. Say yeah. Say it. Good. 2 more. Breathe. Close that box. And come in and down. Now we're going to lift and pour. Pour that big glass of water. Right? Nice. Water's good first, yes? If you can, both arms lift. Oh, 2 jugs of water. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Stampede again. Pick it up. How we doing? Woo, wide. In and out. In, out, in, out, in. How we feeling? Woo. And march. Ah. Do y'all feel like playing basketball? Say yes. Yes. One more time. Stand up. Shoot the basket if you can. Get on the ball, those feet again. A little balance. Shoot. Oh, just 2 more, I promise. And breathe. And more. We got it.